Right now on Up with KREM, Seattle Children's Hospital is facing a massive lawsuit. Up ahead, the big claims against the hospital.
And the sun is up and temperatures are going to start to climb. We're in the mid-30s now. Later on today, record highs.
Today, we're also taking a closer look at just how many people have been vaccinated against the coronavirus. We'll show you how the Inland Northwest compares to other states across the country by the numbers.
Up with KREM begins now.
6:30 on your Friday. Thanks for hanging out with us here on Up with KREM. Well, check this out. She Jumps is hosting a virtual scavenger hunt starting today. They are doing this in honor of International Women's Day. She Jumps is a national nonprofit with a mission to increase women and girls' participation in outdoor activities. Oh, I love this one. So many fun things to do outside here in the Inland Northwest. What a cool thing.
This is my jam. I love scavenger hunts.
What is a virtual scavenger hunt? Does that mean like you start virtually, go out into the real world, or are you just like looking online?
We'll have to look into it. I'm guessing you have to get outside because they're encouraging girls to get out in the elements. Of course, it's been a beautiful past couple days to do so.
Yeah, if anyone needs help, I know a guy he knows scavenger hunts.
Oh? What does that mean?
I was just offering up your services.
Oh, mine?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very confused. We have to work some stuff out, Jeremy. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're really good at scavenger hunts.
Well,
solving mysteries, getting out there, telling people where to go. I'm just telling people if they need help with the scavenger hunt, they reach out to you.
Well, I missed the ball on that one, so oh well. Okay.
Hey, that was all on me.
That was like you lobbed that one. I just whiffed. Sorry.
My bad.
Sorry, Jen and Dana Marie, that you had to sit and listen to this awkward exchange.
Well, how about we transition to weather? If you do want to do that virtual scavenger hunt and, of course, get outside, enjoy the elements, today is the day to do that.
Wow, look at that. Did you see how smoothly Jen took that? That was amazing. I wish I could learn something from her. All right, early on this morning, temps hanging out in the mid-30s here in Spokane. You cross the border and get over into Coeur d'Alene. And we're right at 30 degrees there, 27 in Sandpoint, 34 in Moses Lake, and 38 in Wenatchee. It is a mediocre start to the day, very similar to what we've seen the past couple of days. But later on, wind picks up. Some of those morning clouds clear out, and we are talking about sunshine and temperatures climbing. Right now, you can see those clouds across much of the Inland Northwest. And you would think those would stick around all day, but the pattern does favor a little more drying, and you can kind of see that dry swath now moving into southern Oregon and central Oregon as well, and that is going to make its way toward us here as we move through the day. So we do wind up seeing a little more sunshine, and all that moisture you see on the west side, well, today it doesn't really work its way in. It kind of stays back out to our west. Later on today, it moves into central Washington for us here in Spokane. We don't have to worry about that until tomorrow morning. So for now, it's temperatures on the rise. Mid-30s this morning, and by later on today, we're up in the low 60s.
All right, Jeremy, thank you. 6:32 now. Well, this morning, Seattle Children's Hospital is facing a class action lawsuit. Lawyers for at least 15 families say they were exposed to deadly mold. Experts say at least 7 patients later died from infections. An investigation by our Seattle sister station found the problem goes further back than the hospital initially admitted. The complaint alleges the hospital did not notify the public or staff about the problems from vents between 2000 and 2019. Yesterday, a family member spoke to our sister station about their experience. Her sister died after experts found mold inside her brain following surgery at Seattle Children's.
Puede pasarle a otras familias.
For us, it's very important so nobody else goes through the same situation than we went through. They wish no other kids go through the same situation.
The hospital settled 4 lawsuits so far. However, 19 cases remain open. Well, soon more people in Washington will be eligible for the COVID-19 vaccine. On March 22nd, the state will move to phase 1B Tier 2. Governor Jay Inslee says it's due to an increase in vaccines. Now, Joshua is joining us now with a breakdown of the vaccine progress here in Spokane and in North Idaho.
Yeah, Jen, of course, with this news of the third vaccine set to arrive in the United States this month, it is time for us to take a look at just how much progress we've made in the Inland Northwest. So in terms of how many vaccines have been sent to every state in the United States, Washington ranks 13th. Of course, that is with 2.57 million vaccines received in Washington. Idaho comes in at 40th with just over 546,000 doses received. But both of those numbers actually make sense when we look at the overall population of the states and the number of COVID-19 cases in both states. So rather than looking at this number, more importantly, the question is, how are both states doing in terms of administering the vaccines that they have? So as we look at this map, it really breaks down the percentage of adult populations in every state that have gotten at least one shot of the vaccine. Both Washington and Idaho, in fact, all of the states in the Pacific Northwest, kind of sitting in the middle of the pack. Both Washington and Idaho reporting just over 20% of people 18 years and older having received at least one shot of the vaccine. Now we're going to change a little bit. 2 doses of the vaccine now. Washington is doing a little bit better, ranked 20 throughout the country in terms of that percentage. It is worth noting, though, that for both states, they're both Washington and Idaho doing much better and have made big improvements in these numbers compared to what we shared with you just about a month ago, the last time we checked in on this data. Now, if you joined us yesterday and maybe even earlier this morning here on Up with KREM, we told you about Washington's goal to give out 45,000 doses of the vaccine per day. Now, our latest 7-day average shows we are just shy of that goal in Washington at about 43,765 per day. Keep in mind, this is also coming after the cold weather delays that happened last month, keeping a lot of vaccinations out of the state. So we're very, very close. And the approval of that Johnson & Johnson vaccine could really put us over that mark before the end of March.
It is 6:35 now, and it is Women's History Month. Tomorrow, the I'm Every Woman concert for Opportunity to Washington is airing on the CW22. And after the break, we will speak with the executive director of the Carl Maxey Center. She tells us how the proceeds will impact us here in Spokane.
And we are talking potential record highs today. I'll walk you through just why I think that's the case and what that record could be.